Hi, everybody. It's nice to be back. Thanks for having us. Um, those of you that have been here before have seen our favorite
Handsome
pachyderm. Women, as all of you know, have a harder time making it to the top than men do. And the issue is why? Why aren't there more women at the top of Fortune 500 companies? Why aren't there more women equity partners in law firms? Why aren't there more women full professors in medical school? And the reason is, we think, because of gender bias, and that's the elephant. But gender bias is a complicated notion. Sure, there's no question but that there is an assumption that women, simply because they are women, are less competent, less capable of leadership, less ambitious, and less able to take on the high risks and stresses that come with major positions. But that gender bias is complicated by what is called intersectionality. That is, women are not all the same. Women are women, and because of that, there is bias because of the stereotypes about women. But women are also women of color, women of a different sexual orientation, women of a different ethnicity, women who have a different educational or socioeconomic background. And all of those intersections between gender and another quality complicate the issues for those sorts of women. So when we talk about the biases about women that we will get into and that you'll be talking about, we in no way mean to depreciate the fact that women of difference have different issues.
And what Al means by of difference is the group who is the majority in that setting is very often, most often viewed as the in-group, the group that is then, so that anybody who doesn't fit in exactly those puzzle pieces is going to have the gender bias and the intersectionality issues.
And this complicates things in a couple of ways. One of them is that what we've found is that women who may not be middle or upper class, white, and heterosexual may be coherent and may have their own biases against women who don't conform to those norms. So there is a tension within women themselves, not just within their workplace, about who's in, who's out, who's with us, who's against us, and how we're going to get ahead. So let's go ahead and look at recognizing the complexity. What are these biases? What are stereotypes? Well, stereotypes are like illusions. I think if we all look at these arrows, you cannot help but see the bottom line as longer than the top line. It doesn't matter that I tell you that those lines are equal. Your eyes, your brain sees them as unequal. That's what stereotypes are. It doesn't matter that I tell all the men that I deal with that women are just as ambitious, just as talented, just as competent, just as ready to get the job done as the men they deal with. They don't see women that way. They see the bottom line as longer. Now, that changes when they get to know the women, if they have a lot of interaction with them, if they can get to know their talent. But if they are dealing with a resume, with an evaluation that they may not, of a person that they may not be fully aware of, these stereotypes will kick in. So we're confronted with a situation in which all of us, women, men, organizations, are dealing with sets of lines that are equal, men and women, but that are seen by women, men, and organizations to be unequal. So we need tricks, we need techniques, we need ways that we're going to be able to see them as equal.